From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Up next, it's our main event between the Arizona Cardinals and the Kansas City Chiefs. Blake Grupe out and ready to send this away. And we're underway from Kansas City. Brings in the kick at the 9. Good work so far. He's got room. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Here's Josh Jacobs, get his first look on the ground. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
3rd and short, here's Mahomes. That's worthy running the slant. His spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short. The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. The Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motioning left. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go now.
Man in motion here. Setting up to throw. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And that is a big hit right after that catch. So the play limited to maybe just a couple yards.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
It's cut by Harrison. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down.
And the Cardinals, 1st down.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. 2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. They are throwing it again. Escapes the pocket. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Third and long. They're going to throw. And they knock away another one. 3 straight passes, Brock, failing to connect. That brings us to fourth down. And I'm just going to assume, Brock, we're going to see a more aggressive defense here after the amount of points these guys gave up last week.
Yeah, that performance was not up to standard, but this looks a whole lot more like it attacking the pass. Not just playing the defense, but go knock the ball away.
And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks him inside their own 10. First call here coming from the shotgun. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
A second down throw for Mahomes. Quick slant taken in by Pittman. He's not going to get any further after that catch. Tackle made at the 29-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Yellow.
Once more into the hands of Pittman. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry.
Yellow.
On second down, Jacobs. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you'll really break the backs of a defense.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Halfway there on first down, and that brings up 2nd and 5.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
To the air, Mahomes. Gets it to his fullback. Great run here. He's across the 35. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a 29-yard gain. And that's a Chiefs first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard
Yellow.
line.
Hey, yellow, go gun. What's that?
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throwing the out route complete. And out of bounds inside the 5. Ooh, the sideline saves him there. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You can almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes that sideline's a player's worst enemy. Sometimes it could be their best friend, and this is one of those times where that best friend delivered.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal.
15.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Has it in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And he hauls that one in. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Cardinals nothing.
Butker on now to kick this one away.
Kickoff for Kansas City.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball for the 35 to begin this drive.
35-yard line.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. And off to Benson to start the drive. This is ahead for about 5. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
They give on 2nd to Benson. The defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Looking to throw here. That sails over his target, incomplete, and now it's 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Calls in this punt at the 8. And he gets him a nice chunk on that return on the final play of our 1st quarter. And before they can break the huddle, we've hit the end of our 1st quarter. The Chiefs in control so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the 2nd quarter. Chiefs football here. They got this after forcing a punt at the end of 1. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Offense to the line, 2nd down. Looking to throw Mahomes. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Not a bad first look for him in the this contest. And I love them taking a shot, Kate. It's a shame, though, because this defense will tip your cap. They played that ball better than he could.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
And he's going to get him further up their side of the field with a nice return there, partner, up past the 35. Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he will wind up out of bounds after a 1st down gain of right around 3 yards.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Benson off the zone read. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Forced out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When he saw the field, it's going to be second down.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. He's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete again. Defender knocks this one away. And brings up 3rd down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They gain 11 on that play. And it's good enough for an Arizona 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. Right? I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
We'll call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's 3rd down.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Let's go now.
They'll air it out on 3rd. That's caught for the 1st. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Brought in right side by Moore. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Stack. 70, pass to 60, pass to 60.
Design quarterback run here. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Cardinals can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Blake Groupie to try the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Cardinals tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. It's Brashard Smith now with the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
Their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Yellow.
Play action, Mahomes. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Trying to float that one in, and defender's there for the interception. Max Melton with the INT. And the Cardinals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
And the Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll toss it here to Benson. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's second down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around. More from Arrowhead on the other side. Offense is set. This is second and 2. Hand off to Benson from the gun. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
They send a man in motion. Going to the ground again on first. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be second down.
With all these collisions these running backs take between the tackles, sure nice to get a little crease on the outside, get in that open field, and let these runners do their thing.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Here's a screen to Benson. And a gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face third down.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Short yardage situation here. It's third and 2.
Let's go now.
He's got McBride complete. And in for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals get some late points and the lead. Trey McBride, the touchdown. Group B to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Group B on now to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Cardinals side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Chiefs first down. We've set it down from the 37.
First and 10 at the 37.
Mahomes on first and 10. And get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Yellow.
Back to the air, Mahomes. Right back to Rice, caught again. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. All right, they look set now. Here we go, first and 10.
First down. First and 10.
In the red zone now. This one's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for second down.
Brings up second.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incomplete pass, here comes second and 10. Another throw for Mahomes. Throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Again, Mahomes to throw. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Cardinals make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
First and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. They'll begin this drive with Benson. And a big gain reaches midfield. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Hey, forget about it. Forget first down. For a moment, they were thinking touchdown on that play. What a time to deliver a breakaway run. And that puts a ton of momentum on their side for the next snap.
And the Cardinals first down.
So the ball on the midfield stripe now after that big play. It's 1st and 10. Pass play now. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You can tell this was going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
One last play before the break.
Here we go. Cut. Go.
Final throw before the break. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
Harrison Butker to kick off.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. And wow, nearly a pick on that check down. A bit lucky that he couldn't hang on to it, and it fell incomplete.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense, not on that one.
So play number 1 almost ended this drive. Let's see what play number 2 has in store. Now an inside give to Benson. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 37.
It's 3rd and 7.
To the air on 3rd and long. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
He fields this at the 18. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10.
Yellow. 15.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it. 3rd down.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Pass complete to Goddard. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 4 yards, and it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
39-yard line.
First and 10, it's Mahomes. Looking to his fullback now. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's a Chiefs first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This kid's down inside the 35-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They stick with Jacobs. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Short pass brought in. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Complete beyond the marker. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's a Chiefs first down.
For a Kansas City Chiefs.
Yellow.
First down.
This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Throwing again, Mahomes. Check down into the hands of Swift. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much. But he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and goal.
Yellow.
At the 5-yard line.
He finds him right side. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs start the second half with some needed points. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. First and 10 coming up.
Pack the 60. Pack.
Running from the pistol with Benson. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Benson once more. Oh, he lost the football. Unfortunately, the Cardinals made it to that one first. They'll maintain possession. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. If I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
7 yards on that pickup. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down. They put a receiver in motion left. Throwing from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Back to throw. Finds Benson out of the backfield. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
They're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Working on first down. Go right side, and McBride has it. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals take a lead just before the end of the third. Trey McBride, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Groupie's extra point is good. And the Cardinals break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Hits him on the out route. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. That's a gain of 9 on first down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Pistol now for Mahomes. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 3rd and short.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
Pass didn't work on second. Let's see how that affects this 3rd down. Brought in by his back. It's Jacobs. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Play action, Mahomes. Left side pulled in by Pittman. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. Give him 13 on that play. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Yellow.
Once more into the hands of Pittman. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
That's not going to show up as an interception on the stat sheet, but with all these next-level stats we have today, Kate, that's what you call a turnover-worthy play. And there have been way too many of them in this one.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new... spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10. Oh, an exceptionally painful penalty as it sets up 1st and 10 now inside the red zone. Brought in, and that's It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs now trail by just a point in the fourth. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. This one is up and good. And the Chiefs tie this game at 21. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. And this one is launched downfield. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Well, this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the 4th quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued, too.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Come on.
Working now from the gun. To the right, pulled in by Palmer. And this one does not go far.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Oh, baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. That's all the way up in the end zone for a touchback. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. And off to Jacobs to start the drive. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw Mahomes. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Kansas City sends out its punt team. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return.
At their own 23-yard line.
Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. Design bootleg here. Buys time, rolling right. We'll check this one down. Complete to the fullback.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Running for the marker on 2nd. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Another carry for him. And the run will not work. He is stopped at the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
And that gets out of bounds down inside the 20. Looks to be at about the 17-yard line. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Man downfield, he's got it. It's worthy. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. They get 23 on that one. And that's a Chiefs 1st down.
1st down.
Yellow. Hey, Ridley.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. He's held it just a couple of yards on that carry, and that brings up 2nd down.
Second down at the 43-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That's the rookie from Texas hauling it in. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Yellow.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Finds his favorite target again. It's worthy. And they take him down right along the 30.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
Fight on these two. Attack.
Blitz coming, Mahomes. And he's just going to huck this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan and haul in a heck of a souvenir.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last 2nd attempt to get rid of it.
Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Manages a gain of 3 there. And that's a Chiefs 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Yellow.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Now to throw. He finds Worthy, complete. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll run. Jacobs. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Harrison Butker out now. He knows how big this try is. And with 4 seconds remaining, they're going to take a timeout. This game now resting on the attempt from Harrison Butker. And with 4 seconds remaining, they're going to take a timeout. Now it all comes down to the veteran, confidently marching out for this moment. A very short kick here from the right hash. That one is good! And barring the unexpected, that's going to be your game winner.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
This one winds up as a touchback, so they're going to have one final snap to work with.
They're on 35-yard line.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up.
60 even. 60. Not saying 19.
One final shot here. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So score this a win for the Chiefs. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory.